Welcome to Municipal Affairs. I'm Christopher Brown. Over 700 delegates gathered in Winnipeg last week for the Association of Manitoba Municipalities Fall Convention. One of the major events during the three-day convention was the election of a new Cities Caucus Chair. Portage Prairie Mayor Sharilyn Knox was elected as the chair of the Cities Caucus, succeeding Thompson Mayor Colleen Smook. We caught up with Mayor Knox during the convention to discuss her new position and what she hopes to bring to that position.
Perfect. Mayor Knox, first off, congratulations on being named the new chair of the Big City Caucus here in Manitoba. Big City...
Just Cities Caucus.
City Caucus, sorry. How's it feel, and why you? Why did you want to take up this challenge heading into the next year?
I really look at, for myself, I definitely look in a lens of Manitoba as a whole, and Cities Caucus is one way that we can move things forward for our province as a whole. We see so many of the same challenges. We might just deal with them in different ways, and if we can have a space where we can not only share best practices, come up with new ideas, collaborate, and at the same time have a unified voice when it comes to lobbying, then I want to be a part of that.
So what's priority number one now? Because 2025 is going to be a big year. There's a federal election on the horizon. This government is now in their second full year, the provincial government, and your municipalities are going into their last year before the official year of the election. So what do you hope to accomplish as the chair now?
I want us to really look at funding models. I want us to push that forward because every city that we look at, whether it's the size of Portage or Prairie or the size of Winnipeg, we have really big infrastructure projects, and we need the help from the provincial government and the federal government on those. The Cities Caucus represents 62% of Manitoba's population, so we have a voice there. I think we'll be able to put those issues forward and make some headway when it comes to dealing with the provincial and federal government.
So, time to ask the political questions, if you don't mind. The Premier announced yesterday 5-year, $62 million funding for municipalities across the province. Does that go far enough to address what you're talking about?
We will always take more money. That's absolutely it. The positives on it is that there's no strings attached to it, so municipalities can use the money how they need to. It doesn't address the funding that we need for all of the things happening. Our province has been around for a long time. For instance, you're in a city that's celebrating 150 years, so there's old infrastructure everywhere. So we need more partnerships, so obviously more money.
What's the number, do you know?
No, I don't think there'll ever be a number, and I think municipalities also, we have a responsibility to make sure we're doing our part too. I think we've seen across the province over time that some municipalities work really hard to keep their mill rate low, and they're seeing the effects of that. I think AMM is really good at helping municipalities learn to have great asset management, to have future planning, and I think City Caucus, we can work on best practices within ourselves to continue to do the same.
So what's priority number one for you? Is it go out to all the individual cities and sit down with the mayors in their communities to hear from them directly, or meet with them as the caucus? Because I know you just met with them on the first day of the convention here, but what's next for yourself as chair?
Yeah, I think as chair, it will be definitely reaching out to each of those cities. I don't think, getting in my car and traveling to them is going to be the best use of my time, because obviously I'm the mayor of a city as well, and have a full-time job, but definitely having those conversations so that I make sure that they are getting what they want out of City Caucus and we can continue to move it forward. Mayor Smook, who is my predecessor in this role, has done a great job of making sure that all of us have a voice around that room, and that is the type of collaborator I am, so I'm going to continue in those footsteps.
Going to pause there and going to ask you a separate question for another story I'm working on.
Thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of Municipal Affairs. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button because you will not want to miss our upcoming year in review series that we are going to be talking to provincial and territorial municipal organizations presidents to discuss what they have in store for 2025 and looking back on the year of 2024. So until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll be back with a brand new episode in a few days. Talk to you soon, everyone.